Follow me, because by the end of this video, you'll wonder how you spent all this time without knowing this important information. Freezing vegetables is a practice that has transformed my culinary journey, offering convenience without compromising nutrition. In this video, I'll share my personal experience with freezing vegetables, the challenges I faced, and how I overcame them to embrace this method fully. Growing up, I was accustomed to the routine of purchasing fresh vegetables daily. The vibrant colors and crisp textures were a staple in our household. However, as life became busier, maintaining this routine became challenging. I found myself discarding spoiled produce more often than I'd like to admit, leading to both food waste and financial loss. The turning point came during a particularly hectic week. With work deadlines piling up and personal commitments, I barely had time to cook, let alone shop for fresh produce. One evening, craving a homemade meal, I opened my freezer and spotted a bag of mixed frozen vegetables I'd purchased on a whim. With little expectation, I prepared them, and to my surprise, the meal was both delicious and satisfying. This experience sparked my curiosity. I began researching the benefits of frozen vegetables and discovered that they are often frozen at peak ripeness, preserving their nutritional value. Studies have shown that the nutrient content in frozen vegetables is comparable to, and sometimes even higher than, that of fresh ones, especially when considering the time fresh produce spends in transit and on shelves. Emboldened by this knowledge, I decided to incorporate more frozen vegetables into my diet. However, the journey wasn't without its challenges. Initially, I faced issues with texture and flavor. Some dishes turned out soggy, while others lacked the vibrant taste I was accustomed to. I realized that my cooking methods needed adjustment. Through trial and error, I learned that certain techniques, such as roasting frozen vegetables at high temperatures, can enhance their texture and flavor. I also discovered that not all vegetables freeze equally well. For instance, leafy greens like lettuce don't retain their quality when frozen, whereas peas and corn do exceptionally well. Another hurdle was the misconception from friends and family that frozen vegetables are inferior to fresh ones. I often heard comments suggesting that I was compromising on health and taste. To address this, I began sharing my meals and the information I'd gathered about the nutritional benefits of frozen produce. Over time, many of them recognized the convenience and health benefits, leading them to incorporate frozen vegetables into their own diets. One practical tip I embraced was freezing seasonal vegetables myself. During peak seasons, I would buy vegetables in bulk, blanch them, a process of briefly boiling and then cooling to preserve color and nutrients, and freeze them. This not only ensured a constant supply of my favorite veggies, but also allowed me to enjoy them year-round, all while saving money. It's essential to note that while freezing preserves most nutrients, some, like vitamin C, can degrade slightly during the process. However, the loss is minimal compared to the potential nutrient loss in fresh produce that isn't consumed promptly. Additionally, freezing inhibits the growth of harmful bacteria, making frozen vegetables a safe option for consumption. In terms of environmental impact, opting for frozen vegetables can contribute to reducing food waste. Since they have a longer shelf life, there's less chance of them spoiling before consumption. This realization aligned with my personal values of sustainability and conscious consumption. Another important aspect is time management. We all have days when we come home exhausted, with no energy left to cook an elaborate meal. This is where frozen vegetables become a game changer. They cut down preparation time significantly, allowing for quick and nutritious meals without the hassle of chopping and peeling. For instance, a stir-fry that usually takes 30 minutes can be prepared in half the time with frozen vegetables. Additionally, frozen vegetables are often more affordable than their fresh counterparts, especially when certain vegetables are out of season. This makes them an excellent budget-friendly option, particularly for families looking to maintain a healthy diet without overspending. Studies have shown that households incorporating frozen produce save up to 30% on grocery bills, making this an economically wise choice. If you're worried about the taste, remember that seasoning and cooking methods make all the difference. Adding garlic, olive oil, or a splash of lemon juice can elevate the flavor of frozen vegetables, making them just as delicious as fresh ones. Experimenting with different recipes will help you find the best way to enjoy them.